What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here. Up $202 on the day, and this day can just go straight to hell for all I care. This was a tough, tough day. I know it's only 12:25, but this one threw me through the ringer. Man. So it started off with CLSN. This was a leading gapper. They decided that they're going to get rid of, some of their they're going to get rid of the offering that they were going to do, which is really great news. And as you can kind of see, it's shot from a low of $2 yesterday to a high pre-market of like 360. So really good news for the company. And like I said, I don't want to trade stuff out of the gates. I wait a couple minutes now, and I was watching it, and 9:30 rolls around, nothing happens.
WFM Whole Foods,
And
Barclays with some comments.
what you're hearing right now is my Benzinga squawk. I'm going to
This
leave it
is
on
possible
so
multiple
you guys can
bids
kind of
for
hear
Whole Foods.
what that sounds like as we go through this video. So just a little news that
That's
Barclays
Whiskey Foxtrot Michael.
Barclays is coming out with WFM positive note saying probably get more than 42 from someone else. Anyway, so keep going here. So I'm watching it, nothing, it doesn't really tank. So this is becoming a prospect to go long with, right? So inside this candle here, I go long, or no, I'm sorry, right here, I go long 3,000 shares right at the freaking top of it, right? Thinking, okay, we're going to curl up. Green volume starting to come in. What happens inside this candle right here? She decides to freaking dump like a train wreck. So I'm trying to mash the sell button. My platform lags on me, right? So I would have gotten out around 330, which would have been like a $300 loss, but it only filled me 1,000 shares. And then I'm like trying to scramble, trying to cancel that order, put a new order in, and the rest of it got filled at 313, and this thing just fell like crazy, right? So I'm like, I'm yelling at my screen here. I'm down like, what is that? Um, that's a lot. I think it was like $800 at this point. So pissed. I'm like yelling at my freaking screen, stupid platform, blah, 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 blah. Something I couldn't help. So the trade didn't work out, which is, whatever, but I would have been fine with a 10-cent loss, not a freaking 15 cent or, 20 cent, 25 cent loss. I mean, there's just no excuse for that. So anyway, CLSN, I tried it again a few minutes later here. Maybe we're going to go red to green. I think it was right here. Yep. So we had a high of 294. Looking for a red to green move, right? So just trying to get back into the game. So it went long at 294. The high here is 294. Popped up to 296. Didn't go anywhere, so I sold at 295 for 1 penny, $30. Crawling my way back into the game. Oh, man. Hated today. So ADMP. Next trade, okay? So really great news yesterday. EpiPen thing that they're going to have for sale. Uh, by the way, the other thing you hear is my trade exchange alerts. They have a squawk too, but I just have their text up. So let's see. Benzing is about to tell us something. Sound like I'll stop talking when he comes in. But ADMP. So this one had really good news yesterday.
WFM Whole Foods getting an upgrade at Barclays,
Okay, Barclays upgrade,
moving away
WFM.
from equal weight.
Boom.
Price
So
target of $48 up from $38 on WFM.
it's a pretty big deal, right? WFM upgrade to $48. So, as you know, Amazon is buying them for 42. So, they're thinking someone else is going to step up and put in a bigger bid. So, anyway, that's what you're seeing this thing over $42 right now. So back to it, ADMP. This one I liked. I really thought this was going to go to $7 today. Up pre-market. I was watching it. Let's see, 942. Where are we at? Let's over a little bit. Okay, so I had this pop up. The 5 minute did not look good, right? But I was looking at the 1 minute play. This curl and I was hoping to break this level right here, 645, right? Um, where am I at? 42. So we're inside this candle. Honestly, I don't know what I was looking at. This looks terrible. This looks absolutely. We double topped here. Stock Jock, what are you doing? Like seriously, this is terrible setup. I don't know why I took this. This is just bad. I tried to get in thinking that this thing was going to go up. Maybe I was watching the L2 at the time. I don't know.
WMT, Walmart at the high, 75.20,
There's Walmart getting some news.
down $3.71. That's listed in
So,
Tango.
yeah, I lost 5 cents on this. It was probably a frustration trade, to be honest. So this put me down, and I held it for a few minutes, thinking we're going to get this next pulse up. I probably was looking at, a higher low being made here, maybe kind of getting some kind of like wedge action here. That's probably what I'm looking at. And then it just broke to the downside, and I was like, screw it, I'm out. Screw it, I'm out. And it was the right call because the thing just has tanked since then. Blah. But again, probably a frustration trade. The 5 minute would have told me. I didn't look at it. I know I didn't look at the 5 minute chart because the 5 minute would have said, stock jock, don't go in that trade. But again, frustration trade. Even the great stock jock makes frustration trades. So that was that one. CRM, let's see what this sucker was. Salesforce, this was a news play, as you hear on Benzinga right now. Um, that's what Benzinga sounds like when he chimes in. But as you can see right here, Salesforce got some news. It was a buyout rumor. Something like 107 was going to be the buyout price. Again, this is Friday, so Fridays are notorious for buyout rumors. But you can see this thing took off right here when that news came in. Um, I got in at 86, 85, knowing that it's a BS. I mean, look where the stock price is. Like, why wouldn't you just buy shares here? You probably could get it for a lot cheaper price. Anyway, if you're a company. Anyway, I'm playing the rumor. I got 2.5 cents on it. 1,000 shares, $25. Green is good, right? Piece of junk. So, CLSN. I tried it again. I really did. I know. I can't believe it either. So CLSN, we're looking for the curl. Hopefully, gonna happen, right? What happens as soon as Stock Jock gets in the trade? Up, she decides to just fall apart again. I was looking at the 5 minute chart. I was really thinking, we'd get maybe confirmation, break that $3 mark. I'm sorry, not $3 mark. Break over VWAP and get going again. Just didn't happen. Lost another 7 cents on the trade. Not looking good for me. I think I was down $1,000 at this time. $1,000, folks. I should have just, slowed the horses down a little bit and just really said, okay, what am I doing wrong, and what do I need to do to stop doing these terrible, terrible trades? So anyway, let's go to the next trade here. I just screwed everything up. Let's go. Where are we at? Oh yeah, that's this one. All right. So SFM, SFM, SFM is a Whole Foods kind of store, smaller company, and this sucker was down as well as other kind of grocery store chains out there. They were down on the news that Amazon is buying Whole Foods. Okay, so as you can see, boom, it just tanked hard. I mean, this is like 20 times forward earnings down here in this level. Well, SunTrust comes out and defends them. All right, let's see where that. I think
SNAP snap at the high,
there's some
17.30 at
Snapchat
36
news.
for the August
So it was
26th
right around
close.
here, like
Earlier
10
after
o'clock ish. I can't remember exactly when. Well, I could look at the time. 10, 11. So that's when I heard the news. You can see a little volume pop right here. Okay, comes out defending them, saying that this company shouldn't be down because now they're a buyout target because there's a lot of consolidation going on in that field of business, the groceries side of things. So maybe Walmart will buy these guys, thinking, oh crap, we gotta buy something too because Whole Foods is bought out now by Amazon. We gotta stay
KEN
relevant.
came in
Oh my gosh,
holdings halted on a circuit breaker at
KEN is
15.45,
ridiculous. So anyway, as soon as that came out, then
moving
people were like,
bouncing.
okay, not having to push this down anymore, right?
New
So
investor for about $542 million
Benzinga, shut up,
investment
please.
in oils.
Just shut up. Thank you. Okay. So
Very lightly traded stock.
now this, instead of turned into a
KEN.
dump, like, oh, it's going to go down, it turned into, okay, maybe this is a good thing for this company. And it just has taken off since then. It was at 1940 when I heard the news. I got in at 1946. Popped it up real quick. 2 minutes later to 1976. I sold 2,000 shares at 1970, and I sold the other 1,000 at 1968. It just didn't start ripping like I really thought it did, or would, or should have done. So I just took my profit. Again, I'm down on the day, pretty big, so $1,000. This cut that in half. I think it was 450 down at this point, and I was happy for the win. I'm not going for a home run here. It's base hits. I mean, this is a nice win, but it's base hits that get you back in the game when you're down, not home runs. If you're trying to go for home runs, you're just going to probably go
Coming
red
up
some more.
at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, the Baker Hughes rig count and oil rig count.
So 80 MP. This one I decided to go short on. I tried to go short. So 1038. Uh, where are you at? Slide over. 1038, somewhere in here. So I'm looking at this, right? Big breakdown, consolidate. I'm really thinking it's going to go down again, like it ended up doing. So I actually put in my Discord. If you guys are interested in ever talking to me during market hours, just get into my Discord. Link is down in the description. I'm here to answer questions and help out, and a lot of people are taking advantage of that. So put in my Discord. I was like, hey, watch for the break of 575. As you can kind of see here, on the 1 minute, it's not popping up anymore. Popped up to $6. The next pop barely got to $6, came right back down and started hitting 595, coming back down. High was like 590. High here is 580. I'm really thinking 575 breaks, it's gonna flush out. And really tight leash on it. I didn't want to go red on this trade too heavily because, again, the company had really good news yesterday. So it could rip to $7 any second now if some institution just decided to come in. So I went short, 1038 right here. Almost broke. It actually did break it for a second and came right back up. And then it went and broke over here. And this is when I got stopped out. My stop was if 580 looked like it was going to fall, I was going to. It's a 5 cent tick, so 580 was going to fall. I was going to get out, so I lost 3 cents on that trade. And sure enough, as soon as it popped up, it came back down and it flushed out like I thought it would, down to 530. And I definitely would have covered down here. It's been up since then, but that was the trade that I wanted. Just didn't pan out how I thought. APC, my next trade. Let's find it. So this news comes out. This is pure BS, but again, um, it's Friday. Rumors happen. I try to make money on them. There's news or rumor out that this is going to be bought out by Exxon for $67 a share. The fake guys love to put, it's never 65. It's always 67 or 69 or some, odd number behind it. It's never like $50 a share because that's too obvious that it's a fake bid. So anyway, news comes out. This is going to be bought out for $67. This is at like 52-week lows. This company is not going to be bought out at near its 3-month high. It's not going to happen. So definitely fake news. But nevertheless, I tried to make some money on it. Took 2,000 shares. Let's see, 44. This is right when the news hit. Uh, Took 2,000 shares at 48 right here. It couldn't break that level of 46.50 convincingly. It hit it by 2 pennies and came right back down. So I sold right here. No, where did I sell? 45. So as it was coming back down, I sold. Lost 6 cents, $120. And then it did come back down here, and then it went high a day, and of course it's sitting at high day right now, which is just wonderful. But the trade didn't work out how I wanted it, so I cut it loose and moved on. This one hurts. Okay, so Dollar General. Benzinga reports, as you guys can kind of hear, that whenever Benzinga chimes in, their squawk, he said, reports that Amazon is looking to buy Dollar General now. Why Amazon would buy Dollar General, I have no earthly idea. But that's the news. That was the rumor. And I got in at 69.28 when I heard that. You can see right here on this volume spike. It kind of was crazy. Pop down, pop back up. And I sold for about a 7 cent win here. And then it just kind of grinded higher and higher and higher and higher. So it's up freaking $1.50 from where I heard that news, which is kind of annoying. But um, if Amazon's going to buy Dollar General, you would have thought that, and people believed it, you would have thought this thing would have taken off, but it didn't. So anyway, I'm happy made 70 bucks on it. Moved on to the next trade, which was UNFI. Okay, UNFI was again defended at some other bank. I can't remember who. 1106, where we heard. So right here, the news started coming in that it's being defended at, I think it was Wells Fargo. Yeah, Wells Fargo. So UNFI is a supplier of Whole Foods, and for some reason people thought that the contract that UNFI has with Whole Foods would just be negated now that Amazon's buying Whole Foods. Well, that's not the case. Their contract is good all the way through 2025, so there's no reason for this to be down. I mean, it was at 30 bucks today. There's no reason for this to be down. And it probably will get all the way back to 38 eventually. It's going to grind its way there, and that's what it's kind of doing. But anyway, when I heard that news, I got in 2,000 shares, 34.44 right here, and it popped up real quick to 75, but I got a terrible fill when I sold at 58. So 14-cent win, 2,000 shares, uh, $280 win there. Grinding my way back, grinding my way back. Again, I was down big on the day. So grinding my way back. So CL SN. I visited again, right? So I was watching this, as you can kind of see, I drew this on the 5 minute, bit of a wedge here, and then it just kind of flattened out. But the bids were kind of intriguing me. There's like a 50,000 share bid that didn't get touched in like the 295 range. And so I was kind of watching it and hoping to see a pop out of nowhere. Maybe three would bring in the buyers again. So I was watching it. There's a lot on the ask at $3. This is kind of an L2 play here. Where are we at? There we go. 23. Okay, right in here. So as you see, I mean, it's just really flat. Highs and lows are just like in the 293 to 295 range. And then we start breaking. You can see the Bollinger Bands are just super tight, right? So finally, it just breaks out of that Bollinger Band range and starts going higher. And I bought, as it looked like $3 was going to break, bought 3,000 shares at basically 299, and I sold as it was moving up through here. 1,000 shares at 305, 1,000 shares at 308, and then inside this flush right here, I sold the rest at $3, basically break even on that. And it's come back down since then. I really was hoping this would just send this thing so much higher, but it didn't. And this one was getting me close to even on the day. If I could have sold this around 312, all the shares, I would have been green on the day, but it didn't, so I had to wait a little bit longer. So back to my money maker, SFM 46. Let's get the time frame right. So you can kind of see it right here. Really tight. This one was just, you'd have to be watching the price action. Okay, so 1146 right inside here. Popped up 5 minute consolidation in this area, and I was really watching it for like 30 minutes. There's just a lot of accumulation here. It would drop back down, pop right back up, drop down, pop right back up, and it just told me that there's a lot of support in the 2060 to 2075 range, and finally it started to move higher. You can't even see it. It's just such a tight range. E-Trade's charts suck ass, so I can't even zoom in like I want to. But really tight range, bids were moving up, and they were not getting whacked this time. So as we were approaching kind of in here, and I felt the volume coming in, and I went long 3,000 shares at 2086. Kind of a bad fill for me. I was hoping to get it in the 70s, and as it hit 90, I sold, let's see, inside that same spike right here. It hit 94, and I didn't get filled there, but 3,000 shares, 4 cents, $120. So definitely happy to take it. I tried this again. Let's see, 1155 right here. As we went higher, 2115 came back down, and I was really thinking that 21 would be support. And sure enough, just This was a tight scalp play. Took 3,000 shares at 21.03 at 11.55. I know it was coming back down. Sold 1,000 at 21.07. Sold another 1,000 at 21.04, and sold as it looked like, as you can see right here, it kind of flushed out a little bit. As it looked like it was coming right back down, I just want to sell the rest, and you know, so I made basically 4 cents on this 1,000, and these two I made a penny each. Not really the greatest win, but again, nickel and diming, getting my way back to green, not making any stupid trades, trading how I normally would trade. And finally, we get the trade that gets us green on the day. So SFM, again, loving this stock today. 1205, kind of right in here. Really tight consolidation again, right? On the 1 minute. Let's see, where is it? 1205. Okay, and it corresponded great on the 5 minute chart. So you had this pop up, consolidation, candle over candle on the 5 minute to another breakout. Great play. So I was watching, actually, I didn't even notice that to be honest, but I was watching it right here. Super tight action. It was, really felt like people were trying to buy it up under 21, and that's exactly what happened. As soon as it looked like 21 was going to break, I went long, got in basically at 21, sold on the first pop, 1206 right here, and I got out at 2106, 3,000 shares. Brought me to 2,000, or 2,000, $202 on the day. Look at these
Coming up
freaking
at
trades. I
1
mean,
p.m. the
it's just
Baker
like,
Hughes U.S.
ugh.
rig count.
Anyway, so I'm happy to be green. I'm probably going to call it right now. We'll see. I might trade SFM if it gives me another, maybe a 5 minute setup. I really think it's going to break 2150 today and really move up, but we'll see. See if the price action allows us to make that kind of a trade. But gonna gonna be happy with being green after being down $1,000. That's a that's a $1,200 swing from where I was. That's nice. It's really nice. So if I didn't have that platform malfunction at the very beginning, I'd be up considerably today, which I am not. But $202 in a couple hours, 3 hours of trading isn't bad either. So if you have any questions, find me in Discord. Find me at my email at stockjockat@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.